Okay, so we will do some more drawings here in just a few minutes. So, time to make some more donations. And I know that we've got some more guests coming up here very shortly. So, while we're waiting for more guests, we may actually, I believe everything seems to be going okay when it comes to visuals and such. Um, we are doing this all outside on this wonderful day. Of course, it's supposed to be up into the 90s, and so we may have to do some movement here in just a few minutes to make sure that we're trying to keep everybody in the shade, or at least Mr. Computer in the shade. And our team is over there busy working. We've got nonprofits dropping by, and we are going to introduce one more special guest here. All right, we have Farmhands. Come on. All right. And this is Andrea. Andrea from Farmhands, Nourish the Flathead. She is going to tell us what's going on in the world of what Farmhands is doing and their critical work in this area.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, the mission of Farmhands Nourish is to build a strong community food system that fosters socially just ways of accessing food. And so food access has kind of been a big deal, especially since COVID-19 and everything happened. It seems like some organizations have kind of shut down, but we've only kicked into high gear. One of our programs, the Weekend Backpack Program in Columbia Falls, we usually serve around 260 kids every week while school's in session. And when school actually stopped, we actually more than double that, and we were serving 700 children a week. So we've been really busy with that program, and now with the summer happening, all of our food access programs at the farmers market have been really important with our double SNAP dollar and Food RX. And we've also been working with the Whitefish farmers market to have a zero waste market. And so we've been composting everything from that market, and that's been really exciting. The Food RX program has actually kind of expanded this summer, which has been really exciting. People with chronic health conditions get referred to us, and we actually provide money for them to buy fruits and veggies at the farmers market every week. So it's been really exciting to see them enjoying that and actually raising their fruit and veggie consumption. Our primary use of funds that we're raising for the Great Fish Challenge is for the Weekend Backpack Program. Like I said, that's probably our biggest program right now. And through the Day of Giving, we were actually able to raise a lot of money to fund that through the summer, as well as some private donors and a grant from No Kid Hungry. We were able to purchase a van, which has been amazing for our program. And so this round of the Great Fish this year, we're really trying to raise a lot of money for that program to fund it through the next school year. We have really good bags that the kids really like and enjoy, and the food is really great. So we want to be able to keep that going and provide high quality food for the children.
Yeah. It is truly amazing what Farmhands Nourish the Flathead has stepped up to do is in Columbia Falls with their program. That program, which was normally only seeing about 250, right? It's like 750 now. That is a tremendous increase, and we've been able to get them a van recently through some donations, private donors stepping up, and that was fantastic from Sherry and Dave Lazar. We, kids right now, they're not in school. And in the summertime, and even last year when school let out early, Farmhands all of a sudden had to just step up to the plate and figure out how we were going to get these kids fed. They're at home. We were basically almost in lockdown at the time. And what are the kids going to do? I mean, these families are trying to make ends meet. They're used to their free and reduced lunches. And so we're so grateful for what Farmhands was able to do in the whole Columbia Falls area. It was a very large area that you're serving.
And I do want to shout out to the Columbia Falls School District, because the only reason we're able to distribute that many meals and bags was because of the way they were distributing their meals. We were actually able to put our meals on the buses, and that's the only way we could have ever made that happen. We're a very small operation. We only have 3 staff members. We rely on volunteers for a lot of our programs. So it's really amazing when we get that community support.
Excellent. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for being here and for telling us what's happening. We really appreciate your time and all you do. And Gretchen, who is not with us today, too, one of the leaders of Farmhands, doing wonderful work here in the Valley. So thank you. All right. Okay, so we have Glacier Institute on their way over here to do a little talking. And then we'll do some drawings right after that. And so let me introduce you here. We've got Anthony Nelson with the Glacier Institute, and he's going to tell you what's happening.
Awesome. Thanks, Linda. Hey, everybody. Thank you. First, I want to say thanks to the Whitefish Community Foundation for hosting this event. This is obviously really, really important for a lot of different nonprofits in the Valley, and this year especially. And I want to tell you guys a little bit about how COVID has affected the Glacier Institute. But first of all, for those of you who don't know, the mission of the Glacier Institute is to strengthen connection to the natural world through outdoor education, which has become so much more important right now than it ever has been before. There's so many kids that are stuck inside right now. They're doing all their schooling indoors. They're spending a lot more times on screens, which is what we have to do. And the teachers are doing a fantastic job of making that happen. But kids are not spending as much time outdoors as they should be. And it's been actually really, really refreshing. Some of the kids groups that we have been able to run this year, we are running them at half capacity, but the kids that do come, it's been so cool to see them come and just see other kids and be able to interact with other kids and get outside and enjoy the outdoors together and learn together. It's been absolutely amazing to witness that this year, more so than we have in the past. We have been affected in a lot of ways. The adults haven't been signing up for courses nearly as much as they have in the past, which is honestly one of our biggest revenue makers. The Big Creek Kids Campground. A lot of you guys know, if you've spent any time in the Flathead Valley for any duration, you've at least heard of Big Creek if you don't have memories there yourselves. And I love to hear those memories, by the way. If you guys ever want to reach out and tell us about those, we love to hear those stories. So many people have cool stories about spending their childhood summers out at Big Creek and learning from the staff there. The experiences that kids have out there are sometimes really, really life-changing for them. We hear story after story about kids that come out. Some kids that are from the inner city that honestly have never really spent time in the outdoors, we're able to bring them out to Big Creek and give them an experience that they wouldn't otherwise have. And one of the most exciting things for us is that we have never turned a kid away from coming to camp because of finances. We have a scholarship program for kids, and we have never turned, since the beginning of the Glacier Institute in 1983, we've never turned a kid away from camp for not being able to afford it. And we're continuing to do that even through COVID. And this is one of the biggest ways that we're able to do that, is through the donations that we receive through the Great Fish and all of the other programs that we have. So important, especially this year, so important. And so thank you everybody who is considering donating right now. Also want to put a little plug in there for the adult programs that we have. I have personally experienced how awesome they are. I've only been the director since January and have been going on a lot of courses to learn from the instructors. And I'm a nature guy. I love, historically, I've been kind of an animal guy, but I've been learning about the wildflowers and learning about the mushrooms. And it's really cool to experience Glacier in a different way, to be able to look around. One specific example, I learned about one of the mushrooms that's been growing over the last couple of months called the hamburger bun boline, which is a really cool mushroom. And I was up with my in-laws here a couple of weeks ago hiking, and I was able to point out to them, hey, this is the hamburger bun boline. This one's unique because it has circles underneath instead of slats that a lot of other mushrooms have. Those little types of things help you to feel more connected to the outdoors, and learning those types of facts. Why are the Rocky Mountain goats so good at climbing? Why are they able to walk on the tiny, tiny little shelves up high in the mountains and not be worried about falling off? All those little things that you can learn, you can teach others when you bring them up to the park. Really, really valuable and really important. And it helps you to feel more connected to the natural world, which is what we're trying to achieve. And so, again, thank you everybody who's considering donating for us and for all of the other nonprofits. This is a huge deal for the Glacier Institute and for a lot of other groups that are doing this as well. So thank you again to the Great Fish for hosting this. It's awesome.
Thanks, Anthony. And you know what? I want you all to go and Google that now, the hamburger bun boline. That's great trivia. And also, I think the other trivia is we all should Google, goats. Otherwise, sign up for a Glacier Institute class so you can learn those things. We want to also make sure that when we come out of this COVID phase and get back to some new normalcy, we really want to make sure that Glacier Institute is still there for us. This has been such a valuable resource for kids. So again, your donations really matter to organizations like this that have had to cancel events and have their numbers, their events, their classes have been cut down and cut out. We need to make sure that they're still here tomorrow for us. So again, your donations count, folks. All right. Thanks, Anthony.
Thank you.
All right, so we do have I want to put Pam on because Pam is getting hot in her outfit. And so I want Pam to come over here and talk to you. And so here comes Pam. All right, Pam is on her way. She's swimming in. All right, Pam. And we're going to introduce Pam here from North Valley Hospital Foundation.
Hi, I'm Pam from North Valley Hospital Foundation, and our foundation is a nonprofit, and our sole purpose to support healthcare needs for North Valley Hospital. This is our 6th year participating in the Great Fish Challenge. Years past, we've provided 3D mammography for breast cancer screening here in the North Valley. We've provided expanding our birth center to accommodate more births. We've been able to provide a simulation lab for training of our staff. We've provided school-based clinic mental health care for our youth in the schools. And lastly, we provided TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation, which is a new therapy to help patients who are fighting depression. And this year's goals, our primary goal is two-faceted. We're raising equipment for 2 of our hospital departments. First of all, in our emergency room, we need to update with better and more technical equipment for eye wound care. So we're going to purchase this slit lamp here, as well as a tonometer. Tonometer measures the eye pressure in your eye. So when you come into North Valley Hospital with a eye care wound or trauma, we have the best technology for our physicians to take care of you with. And with that, we need this rolling table cart. The cart will then be able to be moved into whichever emergency room suite that we need for the physicians to take care of you with. So the total package of the emergency room equipment is $24,000. The second part of this year's primary goal is raising money for our education department. Here at North Valley Hospital, we are the proud owners of HAL. HAL is this simulation dummy here. He is very technological. He's a big boy. He's 135 pounds. And this year, because of COVID, he's in high demand for simulation trainings. He's being moved all over the area to clinics and other healthcare facilities to do simulation lab trainings. And to do that and get him there to and back safely, we have this specialized cart stretcher to move him on. The second part is this video equipment. So we need to be able to video the simulation lab training with the physicians and healthcare staff. What this provides them is that they can now debrief after their training. They can look back at the video, they can critique it, they can see things that they did well, and they can look at things that they need to improve on. So the total package number for this special stretcher for HAL and the video equipment is $21,000. So that's a total of $45,000 for our primary goal for this year's Great Fish. At North Valley Hospital, we set the bar high. And our secondary goal is to provide money for our hospital endowment. Our hospital endowment is the future of tomorrow for a hospital. And the larger the endowment, the bigger our disbursements are each year. So we can do one of two things with our disbursements. We can either roll them in to next year and we can save for big ticket items, or we can send our executive director, Alan Satterley, and he meets with the hospital administration and they go through a list of criteria as to what the highest needs of the hospital are at that time. So the bigger our endowment, as we grow it, the bigger our disbursements, the bigger payoff we have for patient-centered care. Lastly, North Valley Hospital Board of Directors wanted me to personally thank the Whitefish Community Foundation, their staff, their board members, their volunteers, their donors, community supporters, everybody, because with the Great Fish Challenge, all 51 nonprofits are winners, and we're hoping that you check North Valley Hospital on your menu of donations, and we hope that you're able to check many more nonprofits. And again, we thank you, Whitefish Community Foundation.
Great. Perfect. Thank you, Pam. So that was Pam Ellis from North Valley Hospital Foundation. Oh, we have to see Pam's fish costume again as she stands up because it's just too lovely. And we, North Valley Hospital Foundation and the hospital staff do such a great job every year of wearing the fish costumes. They hold Fish Friday lunches at the hospital during the Great Fish Community Challenge. There, that was sorry about that. And they just do a ton of work promoting the campaign. They've always been excellent participants in the color run. And we've always just appreciated having them as part of the campaign. So I'm actually going to take this off because I'm having trouble speaking with it on. Next up, we have the Whitefish Community Center. Don Stolte is representing the Whitefish Community Center, and he's here to talk a little bit about their programs and what they're trying to accomplish with their Great Fish Community Challenge grant. They definitely are an organization that has been seeing significant increase in demand for their services. So without any further ado, here's Don Stolte.
Hi,
Wait.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here for the Whitefish Community Center. I've been involved with the community center for 8 or 9 years, and we do many things, but the main thing we do is Meals on Wheels. And as the coronavirus has come along this spring, we've had to do a number of things. We've had to shut down our congregate meals, but our Meals on Wheels has picked up. Unfortunately, some of the things the community center does has exercise classes and groups come in and play cards, and all that has kind of come to an end. And our building is kind of in the process of maybe getting reworked. The building next door has caused some structural damage to our building. They're in the process of working out arrangements to get that fixed. Hopefully later this fall towards winter, that will be done. But I can say, as our Meals on Wheels, I encourage everybody that knows somebody that could possibly use a meal on wheel to get a hold of the community center. We want to increase our meals that we deliver. And I know just personally going to Meals on Wheels, everybody that gets Meals on Wheels is excited to have somebody come knock on the door and say hi, because sometimes it's the only person that they see during the day. And they really appreciate our coming. And if any of you people out there know anybody that would like to have meals delivered Monday through Friday, and we also have weekend meals available to be delivered on Friday, we'd love to have you get a hold of us.
So that's wonderful, Dawn. But I had a question for you about Meals on Wheels. A couple questions. Firstly, I believe you're the only Meals on Wheels provider in our area. And secondly, I know that when I'd spoken to some staff at the community center, they had said that you'd had a tremendous increase in the demand for Meals on Wheels. So I was just wondering if you could tell us, a little bit more about that and how, you're making those ends meet, because that's a tough thing to do.
Well, beginning of probably when the city and we shut down pretty much everything at the community center, it's been probably 2.5, 3 months since we've had congregate meals. We've added things to our Meals on Wheels, different. We've added some health things along with. We have masks available and cleaning materials. We've added more treats to the Meals on Wheels. We've made an effort to extend our Meals on Wheels and get more people involved, which is kind of difficult as many times as we've tried. It is somewhat difficult, but everything seems to be going good. I mean, like I say, our pickup in Meals on Wheels has been tremendous. Every route has more people that they're delivering to, and it's just, it's been very positive, actually. We're hoping that maybe later this fall we can get back to congregate meals, because we've got 8 or 9 people that really enjoyed coming every day. It was a time of socialization. And that's kind of our goal, to get back to our congregate meals, because these people are just desperate to get out for socialization.
Sorry. Thank you so much, Dawn, for coming and joining us today. We wish the community center, of course, the best of luck as always. And we're so pleased that you're participating in the Great Fish Community Challenge after taking a year off. We've missed you, so welcome back.
Yeah, we missed you as well, and we're excited to be back.
Great. That's great. Thanks for coming by today.
Yeah, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Hi, everyone. So in case you're just tuning in, I'm Matt Donaldson. I am the Programs and Outreach Officer here at the Whitefish Community Foundation, and we are running a YouTube Live event all day today. We want to drum up excitement for the campaign that we're very excited about, and we're very pleased that July 30th has finally rolled around, because we've been anxious to get going on this campaign. So in order to keep the momentum going with our incentive grants, we would like to make a few more drawings just now. I believe we're going to draw 2 or 3, Daria? Okay, we're going to actually do 4. So let's see what we can pull out of the fishbowl. So we have had plenty of donors come by today, donating in the parking lot, which you're welcome to do anytime. You can drop by a donation, and we have donor forms here. Welcome to give us a check. We'll take some cash. We're happy to run your credit card. And we've also had plenty of people giving online. And every gift that comes in that is $25 or more to one organization or multiple organization, for every $25 or any $25 or more gift, you fill out a donation slip. They look like this. I'll just draw one out. You fill out one of these, and it goes into our fishbowl for every gift you make. And that gift has the opportunity to be drawn and win an additional matching grant. So right now we're drawing a matching grant. And this one is, it's Casey Howard. Casey Howard is the winner, and she's given to the Center for Restorative Youth Justice, and she's given $25. And that's actually really timely, because we've got CryJ coming up to speak to us right after this. So Casey's gift. I hope she's watching right now. The next one. Okay, this one is Jennifer Saverwine. She's given to the Flathead Community College Foundation, and that will be another $50 to the Flathead Valley Community College Foundation for her gift. So thanks very much for giving, Jennifer, and I know FBCC Foundation is going to love that. Okay, so the next one we have is, my goodness, Casey Howard again. See, this is what happens when you come by early. So if you come by and visit us early, your slip stays in the fishbowl all day. And so you have increased chance of winning. So Casey is given to Whitefish Legacy Partners, and that will be another $25 matching grant going to Whitefish Legacy Partners today. One more. Okay, let's do one more. So what have we got? It's hard to pull them out one at a time. Oh, hilarious. Guess what? Casey, Well, she probably gave to everybody. Casey Howard gave 4 gifts, and we just drew 3 of them, and we stirred up the fishbowl every time you saw me do it. So Casey gave to Flathead Area Mountain Bikers, and they are going to receive another $25 matching grant. So once again, Casey, we love you. We love everything the Nate Shute Foundation does. And thank you for coming down and giving early. All those organizations you gave to, definitely appreciate that. So thanks very much. So next up, we have the Center for Restorative Youth Justice, CRYJ. We have Andrea Bachman, who's to visit with us. And I'm going to hand the mic over to her and let her tell you about some of the great work that CRYJ does. Just give me 1 minute.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Just go for it. Okay. Sure. First, I want to thank Casey Howard and just acknowledge that the Nate Shute Foundation is a meaningful partner of CRYJ's. We work with teens, up to 200 teens in the Flathead Valley, from Columbia Falls, from Kalispell, from Whitefish, from Big Fork, every year to support them and their families in healing harm that was caused. And also, we do this work through youth empowerment workshops, job skills workshops, building connection, understanding better communication. And in the summer, we operate a lot of our work at a garden near Kalispell Middle School. So this summer has been a little different, but we have been able to meet once a week with our teens at the garden. And we are masked and at a distance, but they're still getting to put their hands in the ground and grow and harvest food. Right now, raspberries are really in. So it's been a really different kind of year, but we are still moving forward as best we can to connect with teens and provide them with resources to help them live happy and joyful and connected lives. And we know that teenagers are maybe struggling more than we think right now, and that we aren't reaching all the kids that may need some extra support. So your support and interest in the Great Fish Challenge really helps. I want to read you our use of funds statement for this fundraiser. So if you choose to donate to CRYJ through the Great Fish Challenge, your funds will be used to support vulnerable local teens as they employ meaningful life and job skills, explore self-awareness and healthy decision-making tools, and strengthen connection with their communities. And your support will be impactful throughout the year and into their future. So thank you so much, and really glad to be here.
Thanks, Andrea. So I actually have a couple questions for you. So I know that you work very closely with the school district. I know that you work closely with the school districts in Kalispell, and then also I think in other communities as well. And I was wondering if you could just tell us a little bit about that, because I think people, when you say justice system diversion, they don't really understand what that means. And I personally find what CRYJ does to be very interesting. So can you just tell us a little bit how you keep kids out of the involved in the justice system, and how you work with the schools?
Sure. So our work with teens comes through 3 different referral sources right now. One is the youth court, one is the city court, and one is the Kalispell Public Schools. And occasionally we'll have a community referral, which is a parent or a counselor encouraging their youth to be a part of our program. And the diversion that CRYJ does is really to provide a different opportunity for healing from whatever harm has been caused. So instead of picking up trash on the side of the road or volunteering with an organization that may have nothing to do with what was going on for that teen, they're working alongside other teens to take accountability for what happened, and also to really dive into like what makes them tick, who are they, and how can they grow in that way. So we're really hoping to support teens in finding a direction that really serves them, instead of just punishing the harm that was caused, actually supporting them moving in a direction that benefits them. And so we work with the schools through the School Justice Partnership, although that's been different since school's been out, and we're curious to see what happens this fall.
Wonderful. Okay, so that's great. I really hope everybody enjoyed hearing from you today. And I don't know if you have something else that you would like to add, but if not, then, thank you so much for participating in the Great Fish Community Challenge. We've known Burkett, of course, and Catherine, so it's always nice to see one more face from CryJ. And I hope your summer programs are going okay during these super challenging times, right? Right. Okay. Thanks very much, Andrea.
Bye, everyone.
Very nice to meet you.
You too.